Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Thursday, around noon. I have been busy since my last video. I made, I think, 16 items. So you're like, wow, 16 items. That clay bin, Chef Lori Advent yarn, that must be almost empty. Nope, still hanging right there at 7 ounces. Well then, what's up with 16 items? Well, I told you I got an Etsy order. And the Etsy order was for, come on, empty out, a donut hole basket with some donut holes. So I made the basket. That's number 1. Strawberry, sprinkles, strawberry, chocolate, chocolate, sprinkles, sprinkles, strawberry. Get the idea? I made a bunch of donut holes. But wait, there's more. Strawberry, chocolate, chocolate, sprinkles. Okay, this was the original chocolate, but the yarn was thinner than the yarn I was using for the strawberry. So I ditched that. This will go in my granddaughter's bin of Timbits. And I found a different chocolate brown yarn and made more of that. Let's see, is that it for the... They're only supposed to be 12. Well, it'll be 13 with that one. And then I wanted to make a gift to go along with the Timbits, donut holes, and the basket. So I made a sprinkles donut. There we go. Now you can see some of the sprinkles. Whenever I'm working on something nice and colorful, like when I sewed the ears on my bunny that I showed you the other day, if I've got like an 8-inch piece of yarn left from sewing on a limb, I have a Ziploc bag that I toss it into. And then later it comes in handy for putting the sprinkles on these. Oh, and you're like, what's that in your hand? I did finish one item from the challenge bin of yarn. I made a little rainbow snake. See there? See if you can get the eyes there. Here's the eyes. And I don't think I even used up any of these. I was just little bit here, a little bit there. Let's change color. I've done about the same number of rows. So I made a very, very, very small dent in the basket. I haven't even reweighed it. I just figured it's probably still 7 ounces. So now that I have finished the Etsy order, I have to find a box, get this packaged up, get it out to the mailbox, have some lunch, and then I can kick in, get back to this. First thing I should probably do is come up with a project that would use the 2 Day Glow. It looks yellow, but there's a green tint to it. But the Day Glow yellow, make a project for that. Maybe a little alien. I have a pattern for just a little alien doll that's only about yay big. Maybe that would work. Other than that, I think I'm down to single skeins for just about everything. So it's going to be small patchwork projects until I finish this off. So that's the story for today. And I'm looking forward to getting back to this. Unless I get another Etsy order that I have to work on. It's about time. It's about time to get one. I mean, it seems like I've been getting one every other day for the past 8 days. So we shall see if the phone chings. Maybe. Well, no. I'll. Oh. I saw a notification on my screen, and it was blue, like Etsy notifications are blue, but it was a message from one of my girls. I was cleaning up the kitchen a little bit this morning, cleaning one of those back corners on a countertop that you don't, everything just sort of gets pushed back there. Well, we've been empty nesters for 4 or 5 years now. And it has been, 23, it's been like 15 years since we had 3 kids under the roof. So there are a lot of ways that my cooking habits have changed. I used to bake a lot of bread. Then I discovered that I was gluten intolerant. That changed things a bit. I still make some wheat breads for my husband, but for the most part, nope, don't use wheat. Don't bake much bread anymore. Well, way back on the countertop, I found 3 Pyrex glass bake loaf pans. All 3 of my girls are into baking now, baking sourdough breads, baking breads, like banana, these are good for banana bread too, stuff like that. So I sent out a message this morning saying, I've got 3, so there's no fighting. If you each want one, it's okay. And I'll be seeing 2 of the 3 this weekend. So just want to see. I think the 3rd finally chimed in. 2 had chimed in already saying, yeah, I'll take one. Yeah, I'll take one. And I think the 3rd just said she'd take there was another message in that chain, so it wasn't an Etsy order. Okay. This is going to be short because I got to get out to the mailbox before the mailman comes. And I think I see a box right here that would work. And I'm going to get this wrapped up and in the mail. So, bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow with my fun favorite Friday fun favorite. If I'm going to do themed days, you would think I would remember my own alliterative title for it. And we're going to be talking about bunnies tomorrow. Because here's 2 free patterns for bunnies. And I do have a lot more that I didn't make this week, but I've made in the past. I can show you those patterns. I'll get out my bunny notebook and we'll go through it and I'll show you some bunny patterns. And that's it. I'm going to get this order out in the mail. And I hear a car out there and I hope it's not the mail Jeep. Although if it is, I'll just go to the post office. It's only a 3-mile drive. I'll get out of the house for a change. No, we don't need corn for dinner. There are other vegetables to use up. Okay. I think we're having meatloaf tonight. Meatloaf, ranch roasted potatoes, ranch roasted green beans, maybe a broccoli salad too, because I have some broccoli that I got at the farm stand the other day that I need to use up. Yep. That means I need to bring up a hamburger to thaw to make the meatloaf later today. Mentally adding things to my to-do list. Right now, package, mailbox, and then play with yarn. Bye-bye.